People are saying that during the process of change, it can be lonely. But is it really like that? Do you feel lonely in your journey? And if you do, why it is like that? Today I want to talk about the loneliness, and I want to talk actually more about the process and why we are experiencing that, and is that actually the truth? Is that something that it's really happening as a fact? Hi everyone, my name is Carolina and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy and grateful to have you over here, and today we will talk about the success, but in a way, does it really requires to be lonely during the period until during that gap time until you don't reach the state and environment and the people that you want to hang out and be around with, and how we can actually close that and why we don't need to experiencing that. I want to talk about it because I was experiencing that last more than 7 years, and yes, there were people who could help me. There were people who I could listen, but I didn't know how. So this is the only thing that I will say, because I just can't say, it would not be honest from my side that I didn't had anyone, because that would not be true. There are always people who can help you, who can expand your horizon, who can be around you, but you have to be willing to look on those sides, and you have to be look deep inside of yourself and reach that state where you actually want someone in your life to help you. What was happening for me, and this is why I want to share that with you. I want you to skip that gap or close how much is possible, because I know that last 8 years we as a humanity, we were also expanding and we are also changing. So it's not even the same situation, but it's also really good that we can learn one from each other. So when I started my journey, I closed myself, as I told you in previous video, and I decided to change. So when I decided to change, I changed the city, I changed the job, I changed the boyfriend, I changed everything. Yes, so when I'm making changes and when I know where I'm in the edge of doing and making a big change, I'm going all in. So yes, I'm not that kind of person who is making like a small change. Yeah, I can be trapped into the routine, what I was telling you also in my last video. I don't want to repeat myself now, and this is a trap, really, honestly. But when I do make a change, it's a huge one, especially if it's really important to me. So in that period of time of me changing myself completely, moving the city, breaking up my relationship, it was also, of course, not agreeing or not being approved with my environment. So the biggest challenge I had was how to now find that new tribe, that new people that I want to hang out with, that new community that I want to be a part. And I didn't saw that in my environment where I was. So I was trying to find some varieties. So I went, for example, from one, let's say, one retreat or one place there where I was considering that people who are in spirituality and who are looking on things different. I went from that places to another place where I can teach and where I can learn and I can listen. But that couldn't match my energy, and I was actually being able to see only people who were in that space, or they were much older, or they were actually in a spiritual ego. I realized that much later, because I remember meeting some of the people in person that I was look up to, and it seems that they were not even people that they were representing themselves on the outside, or I was just like not able to see that. And at that point, when this was happening, especially after first 3 years, because what I didn't continue doing, I didn't continue keeping myself challenged, looking for new places, looking for developments, looking for that new communities. I just stayed in the same one. And I realized that I had that feeling. I had the feeling of, okay, you have to move yourself, because after first year being so happy and so satisfied with my new job and everything, why am I telling you that? Because at that point I was still not, I didn't have the knowledge that I'm having right now. So when I got my dream job, when I got the opportunities to travel, when I got a lot of things paid from my employer, when I met the person who became my boyfriend later, I didn't have the knowledge about anything. So I couldn't put myself into the place and a state of complete happiness and acceptance, because for me, like waking up in the morning and going to my job, which was awesome, having colleagues which were incredible, for me was always in the back of my mind, something is wrong, something is not good, something is not good. I just can't be so happy. Why am I so happy? And trust me, guys, I was waking up every morning like I'm in a dream. I was in levitating space. I was so happy that now I know, and I believe to the people who are saying that state is possible to achieve all the time, and that state is possible to have all the time. Now I believe them, but at that point I just couldn't, because I was thinking, well, something is wrong. But also for me, experiencing that state of peace when I was changing everything, and then in the meantime, like having that turbulences and being challenged, I didn't know what is happening. I really didn't know that I manifested that I was doing that with my mind. I just didn't know anything about it. So if you're a complete beginner, I can hear you, I understand you, and I'm really here to support you. I'm telling you that you are really in an amazing place, in an incredible place to start, and it's really awesome, everything that you will be able to see in your physical environment if you're not already seeing right now. But being in that limbo state and without knowing what is happening with you and why is something happening, it can be really quite challenging, because that state requires that you adopt it and embody it. So if you don't embody that state, you're again putting yourself out, and you're looking for something that will prove you and show you why you are not deserving that. Yes, and you will find it. You will eventually find why you are not deserving that, and you will be confronted again with harsh truth, and not truth. You will be confronted with your state of mind, which will showing you again that you're not evolved enough, that you don't have enough knowledge of how mechanics of this world is operating. And this is really interesting state to be, because now you are experiencing something really beautiful, as for example, as I had, like, I'm getting beautiful job, traveling, I'm getting new people into my life, but I started to creating my routine. And actually at that point I doubled down on my routine. I started to cling. Buddhists call that clinging. So I eventually, it was like I started to grab on that happiness, and I was like, I don't want to lose it. So from that state I was creating double routine that I ever had. So prior to that I had some routines and I had some things that I was doing, but after that I was really doubling down, and because of the fear, I just didn't know what is happening, and I experienced a big happiness, a big blessing of happiness, and I just couldn't figure it out. So what I started to doing, it was, yeah, I just want to create, I just want to replicate everything what is good, because now this is my routine. And I'm promising you, that's the biggest mistake that you can do. If you want to keep yourself into that blessing and beautiful state of knowingness and deserving and having everything that you ever desired, the same that I got, you have to be open. Yes, I will just keep repeating that. You have to be open to not take it personally and not grabbing it personally, but being able to open yourself at that point even more and say, yeah, I'm experiencing such a big blessing. God, universe, bring me more, because now I'm opening myself to greatness. I'm opening myself to experiencing huge. And if you do that, then you do that on another level, then another level, then another level, and there is never the end. I didn't know how to do it, and this is what I want to teach you today. If you are now experiencing the state of blessing, huge blessing, first thing is knowing and acknowledging that this is happening for you, and you deserve it. You manifested that into your reality. You don't need to teach, or you don't need to learn how to manifest. You know it, but now you're experiencing that from a perspective that you're able to see it, which means that is for you. It is for you. You deserve it. That's the second thing. After you know it, you have to know it that you deserve it. And the third thing is, when you know that, expand yourself. And by expanding yourself, I mean say, I'm having beautiful blessings in my life. Now I want to share that. I want to give that. I want to teach someone else. I want to ignite the power inside of myself, and I want to be that light that someone else who comes across me, who comes close to me, can ignite the power in themselves. Share that power, share that gift, and then just be open and say, God, use me only as a vehicle, as a perceiver, antenna, and give me the direction where I can expand more, where can I give more, where can I share more, what can I do more from this beautiful state that now I'm embodying. How can I share that millions that I'm having? How can I share that gifts that I'm having? And what's the right way to do it? And you will be shown, you will see, you will follow, and the fourth step is follow that synchronicity. Whatever step you're getting, you don't need to think, is it connected, is it not connected, is it better or not better? At that point you're calculating and you are just trying to fit something else. No. Go from openness and see what happens. I hope that helps. Please let me know in the description box below. And if you want to work with me, you can find me on Instagram. You can book a call so we can expand more, so we can dive deep. And I'm so much grateful. I'm deeply, deeply, deeply grateful of millions of you that I'm able to share my gift and tell you how you can share yours so we can expand this consciousness together. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in the next one. Bye.